October when I uploaded my video for Ironman Chattanooga 2024. It was a great race, didn't have a swim, but I had an awesome time. It was just a very enjoyable race. Love the venue, love the people. It's just a great event. So, since then, don't mind my kids laughing out there or my dog. She's got allergies, so she'll be flapping around. And yes, I'm in my pajamas because I'll get to it in just a second. So yes, October was when I last left you guys, did the race. Around October, November, I was still keeping up with cycling and running, just again, kind of recovering from everything, enjoying the fall weather. And then November hit and I started having some pain in the back of my heel. I was doing a lot of training for firefighting. We were going to different cities, doing drills in the tower. And I noticed that I was starting to have pain on the back of my heel. I knew exactly what it was. 12 years ago, almost to the day, I had surgery on this right foot for plantar fasciitis. It was so bad, I had to get surgery. It was almost a near rupture because I had so many cortisone shots. It was really bad. Had surgery, did 4 months of PT, did ASTIM and Graston and just dry needling, just so many different things. And my goal was just to walk down the aisle and not be in pain. And that happened, and I got back to running, I got back to triathlons, had babies, all that. And I knew 12 years ago that I had what was called a Haglund's deformity on the back of my foot. It is basically a bone spur, so a pointy bone that's on the back of my heel. And on the back of my heel, it is digging into my Achilles. I knew what it was because I've obviously had x-rays multiple times with the previous surgery, and my doctor always said, if it keeps bothering you after this surgery, we can always go in and, take care of it, basically. I was like, okay. Never had an issue since 2013 to now, back in October when it started flaring up. So in December 6th to be exact, according to my Garmin watch, I stopped running completely because I was having quite a bit of pain when I was running. And it was very sharp, like it was digging into my Achilles. So I decided to stop running at least a month. And I told myself, you need a month off. Let's see if we can get this flare up to go back down, and we'll go from there. Then came January, still no help. I was like, all right, we'll just keep swimming and biking, see if we can get it to go down. It was getting a little bit better in January, nothing. February continued to get a little bit better. We got home from Hawaii. We went to Disney's Aulani with my dad and the kids. Got home, still having pain, but we did hikes, and I mean some pretty good steep hikes. We were out, walking on the beach. I'd have some pain, but nothing was like, oh my gosh. It was probably a 3 out of 4 on the pain scale. So I thought, this just still doesn't warrant going to see a doctor. I know what it is. I know what they're going to tell me to do. So I put heel lifts in my boots at work. I put heel lifts in my tennis shoes at work. I tried to, just stay off my feet as much as possible. Again, not running, not really walking, just swimming and biking. Literally trying to put as little just weight on that foot. I felt like I plateaued in March. And I was like, all right, now it's time. I got to go see a doctor. Long story made short, went in, saw the doctor. They did x-rays and examination, and he basically said, you need surgery. And I said, well, I can't do that. I'm a firefighter. I don't have a lot of PTO. Explained everything. And he still said, well, you have a bone in the back that's digging into your Achilles that risks a full rupture if you don't get it out. Now, again, you can just kind of, roll the dice and see if it never happens and the flare-up goes back down. But since you've been doing this for months and months and months, I don't know what else you want me to do, basically. So in a nice way, he was basically telling me there's nothing else to do. There's no PT. There's nothing out there. I was like shockwave, plasma therapy. I was going through all these things. He even said, are you a podiatrist? I'm like, no, I just have had really bad feet all through my life, and I know what this is, and I've tried to heal it, and I've gotten better, but I still can't really run. And I was running, doing run walks for about 4 miles in February and first week of March. But again, just still had a little bit of lingering pain. So here I am the night before surgery. It is the middle of April. I am getting surgery tomorrow. And he has told me, and I'm still praying to God, literally praying. He told me I'll be out 2 weeks. I'll be in a boot. So I've taken 2 to 3 weeks off of work. At this point in time I have. And he said, surgery, go in, shave that bone off, and close it back up. Wait for the incision to heal. Give some rest to the Achilles for a couple weeks. And then you're back in a boot, or work boot, not boot. And you're back in a tennis shoe, you're back to work. good to go. So that's what he said. I was like, even if a structural firefighter, I get a fire day one? He's like, yeah, you're good to go. Like, you're not gonna hurt yourself. I can't guarantee you won't be in pain, but you won't hurt yourself. So you're probably wondering, what does this do to the training schedule when you're mid-April and you're just getting surgery? Yes, he told me 2 weeks, but no, I'm not gonna like push through and get pain and really flare it up and, you know, potentially hurt my Achilles. No, he didn't say that would be an issue, but no, I'm not gonna risk it. So, looks like there will be no Ironman races. I was very fortunate that I did not sign up for any of them. I was really waiting for this injury. Almost did in March when I got that 4-mile run walk in, and I was like, okay, I'm good to go. Just mild pain. We just need to keep on pushing, and we'll be able to do it. But no Ironman this year, as of now. Again, even if I'm like 100% by August or something, I'm not even going to risk it. I'm just planning on 2026. I will get that 12th Ironman. It's been so hard, you know, with Ironman changing how the legacy policy works, and you know, we got to get them in so many years, and you can't do this, you can't do that, and I'm just like, how am I ever going to get this 12th Ironman in to get a Kona bid? But probably won't be in the exact qualifying position, but I will get there. I will do my 12th Ironman. It's just not going to happen in 2025. I do want to do some fall races. I'm hoping like September. I do have a couple firefighters. Actually, some of the new rookies that we have are also into cycling. So it looks like we'll have a bigger team than ever for the Bike MS. So again, 107 miles one day, and then it's about 48, 50 miles the second day. So that is my goal race. It's not a race, it's for fun, but it's still 150 miles. So I'm planning on mid-September to be fully back to like where I can train, and that's my goal. I'm just gonna enjoy the summer. It's a very expensive surgery, so it's not like, oh, I'm just gonna, you know, go in and it's like $50. Even with insurance, it's still crazy expensive to go to an outpatient facility and have a surgery done. Plus, taking a lot of time off is not helpful for the vacation. But I am going to still vlog because I think that's an important part of being a triathlete, is we don't always just have these awesome peaks where we go to Ironmans and we compete and we race and we get podium and we get medals. It's not always that. And I want to be completely transparent and say, here I am again. I've had multiple injuries, but I always come back. I always work hard. And some of this, it's kind of inspiring. I actually watched a video on YouTube just a few weeks ago about a runner, and he got the exact same procedure done. He was also running by week 5. And again, I don't plan on that, but he was running by week 5, and he said, yeah, I still got some pain, but you know, I'm so glad I got rid of that bone in the back of my foot. So I will be back. I will be sharing with you. So I'm going to take you along this journey. I'm going to try to bring some of my, phone tomorrow in surgery. Obviously, I can't like vlog in the back of an operating room. Excuse me. Can you vlog for me? But I will cover the progress because I felt like it was really hard to find people that were athletic that had this. And I wasn't seeing a lot of documentation because a lot of them get the Achilles completely detached and then screwed back into their heel. And I've already told my doctor, I'm like, you can't do that no matter what. Like, I just don't have the PTO. So that's where we're at. Please keep chiming in. I'm going to keep you up to date. We're still going to be training, getting myself back to being comfortable again, and still raising a family, and this lazy thing behind me is going to be a part of my recovery. So she's going to keep me on my toes, literally keep me on my toes, keeping her, let's go potty, let's go eat, let's go for a walk. Well, you're going to have to wait a couple weeks. Oh, hi, baby bird. Look, that's my baby cardinal bird. Hi, sweetie. Yes, I'm a bird lady now. I know. I don't want to move or I'm going to scare you. Okay, bye-bye. Alright, I'm going to let him eat his nuts. Or her. I don't know what color. The bright ones are the males. But yes, I have cardinals that live in that tree over there. So today is the day. I leave for surgery in 10 minutes. It takes like 20 minutes to get there. My mom is picking me up, obviously, since I can't drive. And I'm gonna get that thing off my heel and start the road to recovery. So let's go to the surgery center and let's go get this thing sawed off the back of my heel. Holy moly. Well, it's fixed. I thought I'd catch you guys up. So I had surgery almost to the T by the hour. I was getting ready in pre-op literally 1 week ago today, and I was updating you guys just before that. I had my post-op appointment just a few hours ago. this one was basically just to make sure everything was healing okay, see the x-rays, talk to the physician a little bit more, and make sure there was no infection. So my stitches are still in. I can post pictures, show you what it looks like. It's pretty gnarly. But overall, they went in, they removed the bone off the back of my heel. There was quite a bit of bone that they had to cut out from the top, so the calcaneus, so just think like a ball. So they had to come off the top and the back of it as well. And then my Achilles is obviously pushed up against it, so it had some damage from that spur. So they had to do he said very minor debridement of that Achilles tendon. So thank you, Lord. As I was saying, I was so nervous because I was really afraid that there was gonna be a lot more damage and I could be out potentially 6 to 8 months, and he was gonna have to completely detach it, anchor my Achilles with screws. But that didn't happen, and thankfully none of that happened, and I am still in a fantastic heavy boot. This is the boot I had from a stress fracture, I think in back in like 2010 or something, so to save some money, because you know, having insurance is not always the best. I asked him if I could just use my own boot, and he's like, yeah, absolutely, it'll save you some money. So using the old boot right now and getting around. In my post-op appointment, they basically said that I can, you know, walk around as tolerated. Obviously the stitches are still in, so I have to be mindful of that. I'm not to go back to work yet. I still need to take off another week, but just how my schedule hits, it'll be more like 10 to 12 more days off, which, woohoo, more time off, but woohoo, it also really starts digging deep into my PTO. So it is what it is. It's not like I'm gonna go back to, like if I had a desk job, I'd be back right now. Like there'd be no issues whatsoever. Even if I had minor walking, like no issues whatsoever, I could do my job. But I have to be ready for a full working house fire. And I know I'm gonna need more time because my stitches would come out, and then it's only 4 days after my stitches come out that I go straight back to work. So it's already pushing it. I think it's only like a total of 20 days off. So I'm working really hard. I obviously have this deformity in my other foot too, so there's been thoughts of, you know, when you meet your deductible, should I just get something else done, just call it like a scratch for all my triathlons running kind of year of like 2025 is just not the year. Let's try to come back really strong in 2026 and not have any more setbacks. And plus, you know what, it's good for the body, it like lets everything rest. But surgery was a success. It took like 45 minutes, came out of surgery, and I was in a ton of pain because my nerve block hadn't taken yet. And I literally like saw the physician in the hallway and I was like, hey, you lied. Because he literally said, when you get out of surgery, you won't feel anything, like you won't be in any pain. I got out of surgery and I was in a ton of pain. It was making me almost nauseous. And I wasn't nauseous like I was gonna throw up. I was just so uncomfortable with the pain. And he told me I took out a lot of bone, kind of told me what happened. Don't take off your bandage for a week. Literally don't move for 3 days. Like, completely depending upon my parents for everything for 3 days. And then the last 4 days, trying to get up just a little bit here and there, but still completely dependent upon my parents and my kids. My kids have been awesome as well. But after they gave me some pain management, I felt fine, ate, came straight home that day. I mean, I had every pain medicine on board at that point in time, so I felt really, really good. I slept like crap that night just because I had to keep it elevated. It couldn't get comfortable. Just that kind of that post-op, all the meds that were in my body, I felt like poo. Within, I'd say 48 to 56 hours, I was basically completely off of any pain meds and just using ibuprofen and Tylenol. So honestly, all in all, just icing, taking Tylenol, ibuprofen, staying off my foot, it's been really pretty easy. So I actually asked today, would it be advisable, while I'm in my deductible and it's already been met, to maybe at the end of this year get the other one off. So we are kind of toggling around that idea. So am I, with PTO and so many things that go into it. But it's been a really, it's not easy surgery. I've been in plenty of pain. And in this post-op appointment, sorry, it's like all over the place. I'm trying to think of chronologically how things happen, but there's things that happen kind of in between. In my post-op appointment today, he advised me to like really get moving it, because you don't heal your Achilles unless you're actually starting to move it and kind of work through it. So hence almost like a PT program. So he kind of showed me what I could do at home to really build it up, obviously, and I can can go back to work in about 10 days. So honestly, like I said, I may be doing it again on my other foot. I would do this again if I would have known about this 4 or 5 months ago when I was in excruciating pain, just trying to get heel lifts and orthotics and completely resting with any running. I mean, walking, going, standing at work at all my other jobs was just, it was almost unbearable. And he pushed on it today where that bony prominence was, and I had no pain. And I literally like kind of like jumped, and he's like, "You okay?" And I'm like, no, just, I'm so used to anybody getting near that area. It's like, was so tender and sore. And it really, I mean, yes, it's still tender from surgery, but not like before. So I'm actually in less pain than I was before surgery. So that can tell you kind of how this bone pushing under your Achilles can be so annoying and life altering. But overall, I feel awesome. Still gonna be a work in progress. It's not like, oh yeah, I'm gonna go ride my bike tomorrow 50 miles. Like, it's gonna be a building. Like, I'm gonna really have to build up, but it's as expected. And I know I can get through it, and it won't be a huge deal. But yeah, I'm excited to kind of see where training will go. In a couple days, I am gonna go to the gym with my boot on, my trusty friend down there, and I'm gonna try to cycle a little bit again, get some blood flow really going in there, really start to work that Achilles, because I can't just jump off the couch from icing and couch days to, oh, okay, let's go fight a structure fire. So I need to be able to have something in between. So in the next few days, it's gonna really increase in activity. So, but yeah, stitches are still in. I got 1 more week. Stitches will stay in for, he'll keep continuing monitoring like the infection, and then obviously I'll probably have like another post-op. And then probably see him late next year to see if I should get this guy done. Because I have the worst feet in the world. Mm-hmm. The worst feet in the world. I will keep you guys updated. I know this isn't as exciting as going training and going to race vacations. But again, it's a part of the process of being a triathlete. There are always downs. There are always, you can't train like a triathlete like that. I don't know any triathlete that doesn't have injuries. So let's just keep on trucking and keep on healing, and let's just see what the next week has. So hopefully I'll take you guys to the gym. And then once my stitches are out in a week, then I will be able to go swimming, and then that will feel nice to really get like my body moving, but not like a lot of pressure on that foot. So here we go. All right, here's the post-op foot. Yep, that's the post-op foot. So that's the incision. Sorry for the grossness. And then obviously I've just got like bruising because it all bled down there, and then I still have swelling on this side, as you can see. But I mean, all in all, foot-wise, like I don't really have any pain until I get to this spot, just because of like the swelling. Like I hurt right back in here, obviously because of my heel and Achilles. And then obviously I hurt there, but we're getting there, and I have lots of pretty drawings. So I am 8 days post-op. Yes, 8 days post-op. Stitches still have another 6 days, so a total of 2 weeks for stitches. I was encouraged at the post-op appointment to basically get moving, because my Achilles did have, minor repair that he had mentioned, and he said in order to really get that Achilles going, I would need to start using it more. So i.e., that's why I kind of took off my bandage. I'm just doing like some stretches, because he was like pushing on it in the office, and I was like, oh my gosh, like literally I could feel sweat coming. It was so painful. And there is quite a bit of swelling back there, but I mean, all in all, still good. Can't get it wet, obviously, with the incision. They want it, to not bust open. I didn't think it was going to look that gnarly. Some think it looks like there's a caterpillar on my leg. I don't even know. It's just weird looking, and I'm really nervous about what it's going to feel like when the collar of like a shoe is around that, and then I'm really starting to like work and do things. So I'm sure it'll be fine, but in 8 days, everything seems good. So good check-in here, and just going to keep on trucking and using this foot and working it and keep going. I'm gonna hopefully go to the gym in about 2 days. I think I'm gonna it's Thursday. I think I'm gonna go Monday morning when the kids go to school, and then get it like I said, really get it going. More blood flow there means more healing. Yes, it's gonna hurt, but like my doctor said, get it moving, get it flowing, breaking up kind of some of that scar tissue that's down there. So that's where we're at. Right. So where have I been and where are we going? Because it is now the end of February and I am starting to think about triathlon season, and it's kind of hard. So I ended up getting my other foot done, so I'll show you that. I ended up getting the left foot done. It had the same Haglund's deformity in the back, and as I was leaning more on my left because my right was recovering, it started to flare up. Again, very minor pain compared to the severe pain I was getting in my right one, but when you meet your deductible and it's very high and you start having pain and you know the damage it could be doing to your Achilles, I just bit the bullet and said, it's time to get it out. So I got that Haglund's deformity removed from my left foot back in October. So it's only been about 4 months since I had the left one removed. So just last week, I started physical therapy because I am extremely tight in both of my feet. I don't have my range of motion. I have scar tissue buildup. My calves are extremely tight, which honestly led to having Haglund deformity and Achilles problems. So I'm getting to the root cause of what is causing all these deformities, defects, tightness, and hopefully that'll help. Unfortunately, it's a new deductible year, so I'm really excited about being able to pay completely for physical therapy now. But, I know it's something that I have to do. It takes time, it takes work, it takes effort, but I've got to fix it. Or I will not have a triathlon season whatsoever. I have absolutely nothing planned. I'm planning on doing like the MS-150 with some of my firefighter friends. Maybe a 5K if I can again get running again. I can't run right now. It hurts, it's tight, and it scares me. So there's also kind of that mental aspect that I'm like, oh my gosh, if it hurts, you have to stop. Or it's just tightness right now. So again, more physical therapy, I think I'll do better. But I also don't want to cause another injury because I'm also getting pains like in the front of my ankle because my range of motion isn't there. So I didn't want to cause like a secondary injury because I didn't fix the first one completely. So if everything works out wonderfully and God says you can do an Ironman this year, and it will happen. Ironman Florida is at the end of the season. It'll be in November 8th or 7th, I think. I'm keeping that in my mind as a goal. I am not going to be disappointed if I don't get it, my 12th Ironman. It happens, it's life. It comes along with the territory of this extreme endurance sport. And I know that injuries are part of it. And again, I've only been out 1 year. So if I need to take another year off to get myself fully back, I will. But I'm gonna continue to, like I said, take PT and really work hard and push and try to get things better. But I'm not gonna overly exert. I'm just happy I can do walks outside with 35-pound vests, so I'm really loading that Achilles right now. So we call them rucks. I've been weightlifting, cycling a ton, and I can swim. My swimming has just been great. So I mean, I've really gotten to work on some stuff that I don't like to work on. So I've gotten stronger in other areas, but I do miss the running aspect. But like I said, I'm just happy to be to the point where I can walk 3 miles with 35-pound vest on and have some pain afterwards, but I can do it. So I take it as, it's like gratitude, okay? I'm not having an attitude about it, I'm having like a gratitude about it. So I'm thankful I can go outside, enjoy hopefully some of this spring weather and be outside and walk and enjoy being outside, because I hate being indoors all the time. I love you, okay? I do, I love you, but it's time to go outside. So that's what I'm planning on. So now that you guys know that. I did get a little upgrade. It was right before I got my surgery in October for my bike. I've been wanting to buy a new bike. Unfortunately, with inflation, bikes are like the price of a new child. So I've decided that I am going to live with the brakes that are somewhat functioning on June, my P5. I'll show you. And so I will just live with her as is. She is, I'm going to call her a piece of poop because that works better for me. But I did get the new tri-rig kind of cups for your arms for your aero bars. A lot of aero bars are really starting to like tilt up. So I know my dad and I are going to kind of look at it and see what we can
adjust with these, but I think just getting kind of this backward pressure here where I can put my arms and put some more force into my arms, like climbing and steep inclines, I think that'll work really well. But I think June is ready for me to be healed. I rode her quite a bit this year when I was injured because that's what I could do and it felt good with my Achilles. But hopefully this is the year that we can get back to, like I said, I would just be happy. I even told my dad I would be totally happy if I could just walk the Ironman part, or even run a half Ironman, like run part, but have a really strong swim and bike. So we will see, or just do local sprint distances. I have literally everything from doing nothing to an Ironman in between, and I'm not going to be disappointed either way. Like I said, I'm still in the healing path. It's a part of the game. It comes with it. I've had so many injuries with triathlons, and it just kind of comes with the territory. So I'm gonna jump on this bike and we're gonna get about an hour and 10-minute ride in. I've been increasing my ride times for spring, obviously, and did really well with cycling last year. Like I said, did the MS 150 and did fine doing the 100 miles. So cycling is definitely gonna be my focus this year. It keeps me strong, keeps my muscles moving. And I get to get outside too. So let's stay inside, but still enjoy this bike ride and have a good bike ride inside.
Keep that cadence where it was. Don't get lazy on me. Remember, I'm always watching you.
Well, finished. Time to go shower and get ready for church. It's finally warming up today, and ignore the big ball lettuce that I thought my rabbits would eat. They have not. Good morning. It feels like an old vlog that I haven't done in quite some time. So I thought I would cap off this video with basically going for a ride. So I am gonna go out to my favorite park, Shawnee Mission Park, and I'm gonna just go ride. For the 3rd year in a row, they are doing some sort of construction, and part of the loop that I make is taken out. So I can't make loops. So it'll kind of have to be like back and forth from point to point, but I can still go out there and it's safe. I think it's 58 right now and the sun's out, which I'm wearing the same jacket I wore in Ironman, Wisconsin, and it rained all day and it was 55. So I figured 58 and sun and no rain, I'm definitely gonna be warm. And then I have shorts on, and then when I joined Team Zoot, they had these like leg warmers, and then they zip up and they say Team Zoot on the side. But I thought I would put those on, and then if it does get like really warm, again, I'm only going out for like an hour, maybe a little more. But if it gets warmer, then I can just zip these off because they have zippers on them. And they were super affordable, and they're fleece lined and super warm. And I remember I ordered these right before my left foot surgery, and they were, I think, like $26 for the set. So excited to try those out and see how warm they are. I have so much stuff on, I'm getting warm in here. But let's head out to Shawnee Mission Park. I've got my tires pumped up. I've got nothing charged. Need to make my water bottles. And then, you know, just load up all my equipment. But let's get going. There's the indication of a very, very strong wind. Up here it's a hurricane. It's warm over winter. It's really windy. There's another cyclist here. We can brave it together, right? Okay. She hasn't been out since October. Get the dust off. Okay, so you might blow over. It's that windy. I have my new Tri-Rig scoops. So instead of getting an entirely new bike for thousands upon thousands of dollars, we're just going to change a few things on June. She's a piece of it. We never give her any praise, and she'll continue to work. Didn't even gonna look to see if my cleats are ready to go. My foot hurts so much. Oh, I'm getting so old. My dad told me this morning that when you're 40, it takes a while to get going. Like when I was 40, it happened for me in my 20s. Man. So I just turned 41. Alright, put my gloves on, put my sunglasses on, and let's do this thing. Alright, I finished my ride, and it was extremely windy, extremely hard. I hurt, I'm out of shape. I have a long ways to go, and my foot still hurts. My very first one I had surgery on, so continuing with the PT, continuing with cycling. I think the thing that would fix it is we just need Quintana Roo Cycling from Chattanooga, Tennessee to see this video and just give me a new bike. I think that's just, new bike day fixes everything. Alright. Nope. However though, Quintana Roo, if you want to send me a bike, my information's below. You know, like for free. Or a really big discount. I got these Tri-Rig scoops. They're hard to see back here, but you can see them right through here. They're kind of what you cup your arms in. Well, I hate them. I don't know if it's just the positioning or what, but I might go back to the original pads.